So public space is the basic unit of democracy. And what we see is, as we look around the city, is that public space is actually going to serve the interests of private corporations as it's taken over increasingly by advertising.
Because there's no one person or even a community that takes ownership of public spaces, it's easier for people when there's interests, especially moneyed interests, to come in and take advantage of them, sell them off. For example, Toronto's thinking about getting some money by selling off the names of places. So that's like the type of thing that we oppose and don't like to see.
And the way the buildings are usually built is sort of in kind of like a sloppy, haphazard, let's do what the developers want to do kind of way. And that leaves us with a city that is ugly. We can ensure that the city keeps its character and it continues to be a beautiful place, because the purpose of life is happiness and beauty. And if we surround ourselves with beauty, then we can live, as Plato said, on the excellent life.
Soon, in about a minute, the 10-minute planning time will begin, and that means that the green team has to go north for 10 minutes, the orange team has to go south for 10 minutes, and the captains will plant the flag.
So what we do at New Mindspace, we draw attention to the public space community in a way that is popular and fun. And what we say is people come for the party and they stay for the cause. And we have these events and people wonder, like, you know, why are you doing this? And we say it's to reclaim public space. And they say, well, where can I find out more about that? And so they get involved in the public space scene.
Come back here.
The referees have blue necklaces. They have blue necklaces. So if you capture the flag, it does not count until you tell a referee.
This guy's gonna take it. He's gonna take it.
So basically, like, the rule is one-hand touch. If you're in the enemy territory, if a player's in enemy territory, they can be tagged. In March of 2005, some friends and I were sitting around my friend's Parkdale apartment, a couple blocks away from here, and it was around Easter time. It was still really cold though, and we said we'd really like to do something for Easter this year. And we thought that Yonge Street would actually be a much more appropriate setting instead of a park, because we really wanted to sort of get down to the idea of public space, because we see that a park, everyone knows that a park is public space, and we want people to sort of challenge their notions about what is public space. The way that we got out the word was just by using LiveJournal at the time. The Toronto LiveJournal community was really big and really active. So after that, people kept emailing us and asking, when's your next event? And we didn't really even think that far ahead. We didn't even realize we were doing a next event. But then after a while, we said maybe we actually have sort of like a knack or a talent for organizing these things.
Everything's going good now. We need some more guarding around the green team's flag, but that's about it.
I've started volunteering with New Mindspace because I felt that I needed to do more than just play. I wanted to feel like I was actually contributing and sort of moving this movement forward instead of seeing it just like, you know, fade away.
People like to sort of look at each other, check each other out, be together, socialize, make new friends, make new lovers. So I think that people come for lots and lots of different reasons, but they're sort of like united in their diversity in a way. And once they get there, I find that, you know, everyone treats each other as an equal.
I enjoy them because they don't cost money, they're fun and they're creative. They're not like your normal type of Friday night go out to a movie thing. You find yourself doing weird things at weird times, and those moments where it's like, why am I doing this? People that you interact with, and like you have interactions with strangers that you wouldn't have, and that's probably the best thing about their events.
I've seen a lot of people talk to people they normally wouldn't. You know, the colorful sort of crowd sort of intermingling with, you know, the average day-to-day person. It sort of brings people together in a weird way, be it, you know, if you're, you know, 15 or 25 or even 35, whatever, it doesn't even matter, because you're there to do, you know, whatever you're there to do, whatever event it is, and just have fun. So I'm really pleased to see sort of that come to fruition.
Yeah, I have a lot of Toronto pride too, and so I really like when I look around the world and see that people are sort of bigging up Toronto, like, wow, look at these crazy things that these people are doing in Canada. We had a subway party where we encouraged everyone to wear silly hats, bring confetti, and have music on the train. A couple of months after that, the then chair of the TTC, Howard Moscow, he started a campaign called Pizzazz Me. They had an event where sort of like there would be spontaneously music on the subway. There would be like dancers who would come on, and they borrowed a lot of ideas from our subway parties.
The green team actually won the game.
All the way. What's this? It's great.
I guess it was at that moment where we sort of said, like, we can look at a map of Toronto and point at that place and be like, yeah, we made our mark on that place.
On my team, listen to me, we'd win. We'd win.